Okay, so we're going to start off here with action beats reaction. And go ahead and come out here. And what action beats reaction says is if we're two people with guns, and we have our guns pointed at each other, and you see this in the movies where the person says, hey, drop it! And the other guy goes, no, you drop it. And they're doing this back and forth. Drop it! No, you drop it! Drop it! No, you drop it. The real answer to that in a real situation is bang, 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 bang! And whoever pulled that trigger first, that was probably the winner of the situation, because his bullet's going to hit as long as your aim is good and it's reasonably close and all that. That's the person whose bullets are going to hit first and all that. So if we're both armed with heavy artillery, whoever opened fire first, that's probably the winner. And the guy that didn't open up second, which probably means he didn't open up at all, well, that's the loser. Same thing's true. You get two people and they're standing here in this. The person who threw first is probably the person who hit first. The other person may throw, but either they're not going to land or they're going to land poorly most of the time, or not at all, or they realized they were being hit just as the fist kind of got to their head. When did you see that one?
After I was hit.
After it was already there, and that's usually when you realize, hey, they hit me. But in the meantime, if they were coming into you, boom, 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 well, they've already hit you and hit you and hit you as you were realizing that you got hit the first time and then trying to respond so far behind the 8-ball that if they have any real ability of any kind or just power and they're in there and you don't have like rock solid ability to take hits for some, some people do. But anyways, on a normal basis, the fight's going to end pretty quickly and the guy that got hit first is going to lose. The importance of this is that you could actually hold this up here once. When did you realize I was moving?
After I was already touched.
After I touched him. I didn't move fast because it still happened even at this speed in less than a second. And so if I'm here, now he knows to watch this one. When did you realize I was coming to your arm? All right.
I wasn't worried about that.
When did you know?
I didn't.
Okay. And he knows I'm coming now. I'm not moving fast, right? You knew I was coming when it was about right there, right?
It was too late.
Okay, it's almost all the way in there. So the problem is aggravated by, it's not like you're ahead, if you act first, if you react, that you're reacting, a brief second behind them. You're actually usually so far behind them that it's almost ridiculous. And most people without seeing the drill don't realize that. They think they've got a lot better ability to respond and have time that they really normally don't have. And so I want you to see that pretty well. So there's a basic drill we like to use, and there's a number of drills for action beats reaction. One of them is if he'll hold his arm up, I'm going to come from here. All you have to do is move your arm. And so I get to move first, and he's just got to move his arm. Okay, out of the way. And you can do it with the other side. And that time he did, that time he did not. And that time he did not. And that time he did not. Okay, and what's bad is unless I use something else pretty high level, if we trade, it's the same thing for me. All right, the action beats reaction. And so I want you to do the drill, and then I'm going to give you some solutions for the drill, but I'm going to talk about it a little differently. Basically, the first solution I'll tell you ahead of time is go first. But there's a problem, and we'll get into that. So do this drill first, and I'll show you a couple more drills for it, and we'll continue.